AITA. Am I the a-hole for announcing my engagement at my sister's funeral? I live in a different state than the rest of my family. I recently got engaged to girlfriend of 5 months. I was really looking forward to announcing this to my family, however shortly after I found out that my 14-year-old stepsister had passed away suddenly. Because of this it didn't feel right to announce our engagement. I wanted to give my family the space to grieve, but I also wanted to announce my engagement. A few weeks later, me and my girlfriend fly to California for the funeral. My entire family was there, which is unusual considering we all live in different states and countries. It was basically a family reunion, and had this been under any other circumstances, this would have been the perfect time to announce our engagement, but it just didn't feel right because everyone was so down. After a very depressing service, my family held a reception. The mood seemed to have lifted quite a bit. Everyone was laughing and reminiscing. Her cheer coach was even telling everyone about her upcoming trip to Morocco. I figured since everyone seemed to be happy, it was as good as ever to announce the good news. So I called a toast and announced our engagement. I was expecting cheers and congratulations, but instead the whole room went silent. A few people said an awkward congratulations, and then everyone went back to silently eating their food. It was awkward. A few minutes later, my stepsister's older half-sister's boyfriend asked to speak to me outside. We went outside, where I was confronted by my stepsister's older half, who was crying hysterically, and told me that I always make everything about myself, and asked me why I couldn't just let this one day be about someone else. Her and her boyfriend then demanded that me and my GF leave and not come back. I asked my mom and stepdad, deceased sister's dad, if I should leave, and they coldly told me to go. I have now received multiple text messages from friends and family chastising me for making a funeral all about me, and several saying they won't be coming to my wedding. I'm at a loss. I don't think I made the whole funeral about myself. AITA? Am I the a-hole? YTA. You're the a-hole. Holy crap, why would you think that would ever be a good idea? YTA. You're the a-hole. I could see someone thinking this might be a good idea for 1/2 a second, but it's definitely not. And the fact that your family immediately said that you always make things about you, leads me to believe that this has probably been a recurring issue. You called for a toast and were expecting cheers? At the funeral of a child? That's ridiculously self-absorbed. YTA. YTA. Not only for announcing it completely inappropriately at a funeral, but 5 months of dating, dude. So much cringe here. YTA. People reminiscing and laughing were remembering the person. It was a time of healing. When an older person dies, it's sad. When a 14-year-old dies, it's tragic. YTA. If people are laughing at a funeral, they are reminiscing about their deceased loved one. Funerals are for remembrance and embracing all the emotions of mourning a person. That is not the time to announce an engagement. YTA. And clearly very immature. Please consider a long engagement. You barely know someone at 5 months in, give it time. YTA. Plus 20 years old, dating for 5 months and engaged? Slow the frock down. There's no need to rush. Statistically, you are headed for a divorce down the road. Info. Are you really that dense? No, I was just happy being a nice time with my entire family and wanted to share the news. YTA. This is the funniest shoot I've seen on Reddit in a few weeks. Every detail of this made my jaw drop further. How could you possibly have thought that literally any of what you did was okay? YTA. If this is how you act at the funeral of a 14-year-old child, you'll be lucky if anyone who was there even comes to your wedding. It isn't 1020, it's 2020. You don't need everyone to be gathered in one place to announce something. This was so heartless and selfish. Putting aside that a 19-year-old getting engaged after 5 months is clearly a rage magnet troll, let's play along for a second. It didn't feel right to announce our engagement. I wanted to give my family space to grieve. Had this been under any other circumstances, but it didn't feel right. To follow up with, they were reminiscing about her, so I figured now was the perfect time to bring things around to me and my life, then be shocked that people think you're selfish, and claim ignorance of what is and isn't appropriate. Brew. YTA. Point of info. The part where you describe the service as very depressing, and then at the party where people were finding joy in memories of the deceased. The part where you marvel at so much family flying in for the deceased. You don't seem too upset about the death of your stepsister, you seem surprised that others are. You seem to be focused on your engagement and when you can say it. Did you not like this person? Why are you competing? YTA. The comments tell me this wasn't an innocent misunderstanding of someone who has no real grasp on social intelligence. You're just being pretentious and unempathetic. YTA. 1. Time and place. Funerals are for grieving and celebrating the deceased. 2. Read the room. They were reminiscing and talking about a trip, they didn't stop the entire room to announce the trip. 3. Empathy. The fact that you had to post this before you understood why you are the a-hole is heartbreaking. You seem to have no empathy or compassion for your deceased sister or grieving family. Losing a child is hard for anyone. She had so much to still experience and will never get to. Your parents won't get to experience or celebrate any of her milestones with her, like an engagement, neither will you or your sibling. You frocked up badly and this might hang over your head forever among your family. You probably might have soured your engagement permanently now, probably screwing your fiancé over too. Stop rushing things and take a moment. All my empathy and condolences to your family. Congrats on your engagement. I hope it was worth it. YTA. Everyone is mourning a child's death and you thought it was the best time. This makes me want to come to your wedding and announce I am pregnant. Both are wrong and everyone was laughing to ease the mood, and remember a person who they all loved. I hope you don't get married anytime soon because you are immature. You have a lot of growing up to do. YTA. What the actual frock is wrong with you? You're a teenager engaged after 5 months, and decided a human being's memorial service was the time to announce this joke to your whole family? YTA times infinity. Just wow. You are frocking pathetic. I hope nobody goes to your shitty wedding. BTW, you are marrying someone who is almost a stranger to you. Good luck LOL. Imagine being 19 and getting engaged to your girlfriend after 5 months. Are you crazy? YTA, and no offense but you really sound super selfish, dude. Not trying to be rude at all, but maybe it's time to start reflecting that part of yourself and figuring out how to improve it. In marriage you can't be selfish at all and any of that will tear y'all apart in the end, not to mention your family who already seems to have experience with you being self-absorbed. Can you think of other times when they vocalized or thought this? Did you change your behavior or acknowledge it in a genuine way? I was told I was very selfish one day by my mom and sister. I was 20, and since that day I truly have tried to improve myself and be less selfish and more selfless. It is hard work sometimes, but it's all about perspective and thinking about others and their thoughts/reactions first. Good luck, just try some new things and do whatever you can to heal this wound with your fam. But congrats on being engaged. Yeah, YTA. Funerals aren't about announcing shoot, except if you are gonna make a donation in the name of the person who passed away or something. Also, it's your girlfriend of 5 months, your entire family couldn't care less. YTA. You have the IQ of half a McChicken.